Y'all, today I need to talk about some of the biggest demons in gaming. These dudes are the absolute worst motherfuckers to run into if you have any type of divine blood in your veins. So I got a lineup of the most unhinged god slayers I know, and I'm gonna get into exactly why these characters are all nut jobs. So let's just quit the yip yap and get right into it. If y'all know Kratos, then y'all already know this man got a resume longer than a CVS receipt when it comes to packing up divine beings. But I genuinely don't think people understand just how unhinged he actually is. Because the craziest part about him isn't even the fact that he kills gods. It's the fact he kills anybody. Just picture this. You're in the middle of your city while everything is collapsing around you. Buildings falling, people screaming, straight Avengers level destruction happening everywhere. And somehow you manage to survive all of that just by hanging onto the side of a building, thinking you're gonna make it out of the worst situation possible. And then out of nowhere, this ashy bald nigga climbs up next to you, and the moment he locks onto you, he grabs you and hands you a one-way ticket straight to the underworld. Bro, that guy had never seen Kratos a day in his life. Genuinely just a regular pedestrian. So when I say this man does not discriminate, I mean that with every fiber of my being. Because apparently in the God of War universe, if you exist anywhere near Kratos while he's in motion, there's a very high chance your limbs won't be attached for much longer. And somehow it gets worse, because apparently even being in the underworld itself won't save you, since Kratos ends up down there moving like he got a damn checklist of people he still needs to deal with. And literally, the first name on that list ends up being Hades himself. What are we doing, bro? This is literally the ruler of the underworld we're talking about. Like, he actually just said, fuck everything else, I'm going straight to the top. And I just know Hades regrets opening his big mouth like this when Kratos pulled up.
Welcome, Spartan, come in! Make yourself at home. This time, you won't be leaving.
Because y'all, when I tell you what immediately follows is probably one of the most out-of-pocket moments in a game I've ever witnessed. Matter of fact, just roll the clip. Like, bro, I can't even defend Kratos after this. He genuinely had that nigga in the air giving birthday sex to the ceiling, dog, with his own weapon. And what makes it even more disrespectful, yes, somehow he disrespected this dude even more, is Hades was literally just trying to get his get back. Because this dude boomed his wife and straight up butchered his brother only a few hours ago. Like, if there was a scale for levels of disrespect you could do to someone, Kratos reinvented the scale to the point it was unrecognizable. And if that somehow wasn't enough evidence that bro was completely off the rails, at one point he just pulled up to Tartarus, which for those of you that don't know, is the deepest level of hell. And he was basically there to run some errands real quick. Like, this dude just casually rolls up to the location of eternal damnation, only for this buff bald-headed nigga Kronos to get in his way, which is quite literally the worst decision he could have made in his immortal life. Because as shown earlier, Kratos does not like when people gets in his way. So he starts treating this dude like an actual jungle gym, like as he's actively trying to kill him. And when Kronos finally caught him, bro, there is nothing that could have prepared me for what happened next. This dude eats Kratos, and oh my god, he opens him up from the inside out. Had that nigga looking like a reverse pinata. And mind you, Kratos didn't even die from this, so he was literally holding on to his internal organs, begging for mercy, just for Kratos to shove the blade of Olympus in his forehead. Y'all, at this point, I'm genuinely wondering what was going on with the dev team. I can't imagine these niggas were doing anything except taking any anger from their lives of doom and despair, apparently, and just channeling it into Kratos. Like, thank God they were working on this game, because who knows what kind of wrath they would have unleashed onto the world. And honestly, this whole era of Kratos felt like, alright, there's no way he could commit any acts more heinous than the last one, and somehow he would. It eventually got to the point where Kratos was bodying disabled motherfuckers, which leads me to Exhibit C, Hephaestus, which for the sake of my PR, I will not be making fun of for obvious reasons. But it's so wild when you actually think about it, because Hephaestus wasn't even trying to start problems like everybody else on this list. Bro was literally just trying to protect his daughter Pandora. And if I'm being honest, if somebody told me Kratos was heading toward my kid, I'm not gonna lie, I might have tried some dumbass move like swinging on him too, knowing damn well that was probably the last decision I was ever gonna make. And honestly, that's the part that makes the situation even worse, because even knowing all that, it still didn't change what was about to happen next. The moment Hephaestus made his move, things went exactly how you would expect. I genuinely just felt bad for this dude, because the second he gets impaled, bro, he just starts crying. Kratos, you out here making grown men cry, dude. There's supervillains that don't even make grown men cry. But like, I can't even make fun of bro, because what else are you supposed to do in this situation except just cry, bro? Now, Kratos is unhinged, no question. But then there's Asura, basically Capcom's very own Kratos. See, Kratos was out here smoking gods left and right, but at least he's got his reasons. Sometimes. Asura, on the other hand, he just lives for the faith. This dude eats, sleeps, and breathes beating niggas' ass. Nah, but what really separates Asura from everybody else on this list is the swag. Just peep this pull-up real quick. Like, oh my god, I'm about to, like, look me in the eyes and tell me that ain't the cleanest pull-up you've ever seen. Mind you, he's pulling up to fight the literal creator of everything, Chakravartin, who I'ma just call Chakra. But who does that? And it wasn't even for show. He proceeded to go blow for blow with his creator. No, I'm not pausing. Fast forward, nigga. Like, even his transformations go hard. Look at these bangers Capcom gave us. I swear, they were truly in their bag when they made this game. And I'm gonna need them to dig deep like this within the next 5 years, or I will personally need to meet the CEO. And Mr. Sugimoto, you don't want to meet me when I'm angry. But even with all that swag, this dude is a certified dog. There isn't a power gap big enough to make Asura think twice. Like, there was this one god who was literally about to crush the entire planet with a single finger. And mind you, this was the first boss of the game, so Asura had already lost all his arms but one at this point. And with the great gooning arm, he stopped the finger. And with the same arm, he straight up just disintegrated bro. And look, I was gonna call bro a sorry ass tutorial boss, but what kind of boss tries to destroy the entire planet with one finger? I honestly think that just set the tone for the type of timing Asura is finna be on the whole game. Now, I just want to circle back to the creator of everything. Yeah, I'm not done with you. At the end of it all, Chakra pulls up, tells him he's a worthy successor to defend the universe, and literally hands him his daughter back. Everything he could have ever wanted on a silver platter. And I just know Kratos is somewhere fuming he never got an offer like that. But that's not our problem right now. So look, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, we done got the good ending. It's gonna be lollipops and unicorns from here on out. Unfortunately for Chakra, that sweet talking shit don't work even a little bit, because this man straight up clocked him right in his shit. Nigga was all forehead, no jaw for a second. And what makes it even more disrespectful is that mid-fight, Chakra literally knocks him all the way back to base form, thinking he was on his Broly shit. But it didn't matter, cause this dude Asura was losing his damn marbles. There wasn't a single moment of hesitation. This dude just continued to beat the brakes off. Let me remind y'all, the god of everything, Chakra really thought knocking him out of his form was gonna change something. It did not. Like, look, if y'all ever feel like you want to step outside and punch somebody grandma just cause, look, I highly recommend y'all play Asura's Wrath, cause this game is genuinely a fade simulator. Every single character this man encountered was catching hands. It was like walking through the tall grass in a Pokemon game without a repel. You weren't making it 2 steps without a fight. I promise y'all that grandma punching urge will go away. And if it doesn't, you might just need therapy, nigga. If you play video games and you don't know why Doomguy is on this list, you probably living like Patrick Star, but it's okay, I'm gonna fill y'all in. Doomguy is a lunatic. There is no other way to put it. I understand pets are family, but I wanna know, how many of y'all are going to hell, yes hell, to fight demons for eternity for your pet guinea pig that died while you were still licking glue sticks? I don't know about y'all, but I'm gonna keep licking those glue sticks. And before we even get into what this man did, can we just appreciate that he started off as a completely regular human? No powers, no divine blood, no fox demon spirit, nothing special about this dude on paper. And he fought demons for who knows how long without any divine intervention. It got to the point he was so unhinged that hell itself started treating him like a ghost story. Like, demons were out here terrified of bro. Mind you, These were the same demons that would use your severed ankles at the cookout, and they were shaking in their boots over one dude, just one. And it wasn't just hell either. Heaven caught word of bro too, and they saw how much of a problem he was for hell. But at this time, heaven had beef with hell. So you know what they did? They said go on ahead and kill more demons, and they gave this nigga divine abilities, which they soon came to regret. But let me put that into perspective for y'all. Imagine giving the most reckless driver you know 2 4-packs of Cutwater and a Hellkeezy and expecting them not to hit every pedestrian. So obviously Doomguy's rampage only multiplied, and he started smoking the motherfuckers in heaven, which they were participating in some pretty fucked up activities like harvesting human souls. So I really don't know how they didn't see this coming. Also, just a quick side note, this dude might be the most relatable unhinged person on this list, because all while slaughtering demons, bro, he was actively collecting action figures and playing games on his PC. Like, this dude is the same dude that had heaven and hell terrified, and he was out here just organizing his shelf at home. Like, I can't lie, he's just like me for real. Anyway, back to business. When the Dark Lord and respective creator of his universe finally decided to pull up on this man and try to put a stop to the rampage, I'm expecting a powerful being that stands above all, with dark energy emanating from his physical form. Bro, he pulled up in a damn mech suit. A mech suit. Yo, if you don't take your big body build mech suit and move the payload, get that vehicle moving again. Look at that. There is no way the literal creator of everything is getting all comfortable in a mech suit to fight anyone except Doomguy. You can't convince me he wasn't terrified. I just know he had his engineer slaves working overtime just to make that suit, just to still get bodied. Like, at the end of the day, this nigga was just a Marine who refused to quit, and unless you were human, you weren't safe from him. And look, I'm not a demon, not planning to be, but if I had to choose between being a demon stuck in hell with this nigga or a regular civilian in Gotham City, I'm packing my bags and moving to Gotham, zero hesitation. At least when Riddler pulls up, he's not gonna rip my eyeballs out of my skull. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoy. Y'all thought I was done? Nah, we still need to discuss the biggest menace out of everyone here. Now, some of y'all may have seen this coming, so you already know how Kirby get down. That sweet little pink ball of joy is the absolute last thing you'd want to see if you're evil. See, the thing about Kirby is he doesn't even look like a threat, but he'll genuinely have his enemies against the wall throwing out galaxy level attacks, and he'll just copy it and throw it right back at them. And when it's all over, he gonna hit his favorite emote on you and go on about his day. And to make matters worse, canonically Kirby is only an infant. Like, this is not a grown-ass man who's dedicated his life to thwarting the forces of evil. This is a baby. Little man is out here still figuring out his shapes and colors and deleting ancient gods of destruction whenever they appear. Bro, you should be on your sticky iPad playing Roblox. What are we doing? Like, it's crazy. These ancient evils who have been sealed away since the beginning of time, with whole civilizations worshiping them, finally get their moment to come back and destroy everything. And the first thing they see is this little pink thing floating towards them, and about happy as hell too. Here, let's take a look at Exhibit A. Void Termina, a primordial entity that embodies all negative energy and literally referred to as the destroyer of worlds. So I'm already knowing he thought he was finna ball out on his galactic shit, but nah, Kirby had him out there looking crazy, dog, giving him straight work. Like, for a world destroying entity, you would think it would take a lot more to beat, bro, than running around him in a circle. Like, what are you aiming at? And what made things even more out of pocket is he really let Kirby and his homies jump inside him and blow up his internal organs. They really hit him with that, nigga, I'll jump down your throat and bust out your ass screaming. Or we could take a look at Exhibit B, Fecto Elf? I don't fucking care. Basically just the Kirby equivalent of Cell. And I'm not saying that lightly either, because this dude was moving like the type of villain that shows up halfway through the series and suddenly everybody gets a power up. Here, let's just list some of its abilities, just to name a few. Dimensional and spatial manipulation, telekinesis, meteor summoning, energy manipulation, reality warping. Kirby isekais him. I wish I was kidding. Kirby actually just turns into a truck and kills this nigga. Like, how does this even happen? I can't imagine the shame this dude must have felt. Like, imagine being the ultimate life form and you're meant to believe there's nothing that could possibly bring you harm just to get packed up by a 16-wheeler. If this doesn't make Kirby the scariest on this list, I don't know what does, because you look at a nigga like Kratos and immediately know you need to get out the vicinity. But Kirby, he looked like that picture of the lion with the bunny mask. And if I'm gonna keep it 100, Kirby might really dog everybody on this list before him.
Kage. Actually, Asura and Doomguy have both been increased.
Up. I hold my nuts, nigga, I don't care. Anyway, I just had to make this video because honestly, God Slayers make for the coolest video game MCs. And I hope we can get more characters like these boys in the future. I hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know if y'all want to see me cover any of these characters with their own video in the next 8 to 10 months. And yeah, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I love y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.